All right, this one is a shorter one, but um, are we living in a dystopia right now? You know, just be honest with me, my friends. Sorry. Are we living in a bloody dystopia right now? I don't even know if this is true, but considering all the madness that is coming out of the USA in these last days, it can actually be true. So, the US's Homeland Security Secretary, Christine Holm, you know, Botox Barbie, the woman with no expression, she was probably a cute woman, but now I'm a man. I don't play with plastic dolls. Yes, you heard it. I said it. I will say it again to anyone's face. Okay, apparently she is working with the guy that made Duck Dynasty. It was an okay series, but I don't like those um, reality shows and the rehearsed reality shows. No, I don't like to watch that. I have no patience for people locked up in the house or whatever. No, not my not my cup of tea. Of all of those those reality shows, the only ones that I sometimes would watch, and on occasion, it's about those people living in harsh climates, in harsh regions. Like in Alaska or whatever, or competing to survive in the wilderness. I sometimes would watch that, but I would watch a couple of episodes and then I would get bored and would go watch something else. But now, this is this is so sickening. Apparently, she's working on a reality show where migrants, would compete to earn the right of living in America. Yep. And I wonder what will the events be. Downing through McDonald's in one bite, uh, speaking loudly while annoying other patrons at the restaurant, tip percentage or but the percentage people, meaning one half this, one half this race, one half this race, one half this nationality, another half that nationality. Maybe. What else? Oh, liking baseball, liking American football. I don't know. What are the events that could truly define what an American is? Events, cultural events, food, whatever. The abomination of making a pizza with pineapple. you know, drowning everything in all kinds of ketchups and ranch and mustard and whatever. You tell me. I honestly don't know what type of how low, how immoral, how deeply immoral and how unstately can you be to propose such a thing? This is a state, a government that administrates, not rules like they think they do, that administrates a territory where people that live in that territory elected them to administrate the territory. This includes who can come in into the country and who cannot, and to have soldiers to defend the borders, to have police to keep order, to have laws and regulations, to have the division of powers that seem to be sadly forgotten right now, because now you have a king, you don't have a president. But I just want to make this video because how immoral can you be? How disgustingly immoral you can be? How incompetent can you be to even consider such a thing? A lottery, like the Americans used to do, know that lottery for a green card in the US or whatever the people could apply. That that was not such a kosher idea. But nonetheless, it was an honest one. You sign up, you can earn the chance of having a green card. And then the person, well, I don't recall how it was because I never cared about it, okay? But I think people would go through an interview or whatever and see if they could sustain themselves in the country. And people could go and have a green card. They could be in the country, they could work, they could live. But that wasn't was not that was a game show idea, okay? But nonetheless, it was not this. This is kind of a Hunger Games situation. The Running Man situation. I don't know. This is so immoral, so disgusting. Because I know it, you know it, and they of course know that desperate people will be actually ready to endure this humiliation. Because there are a lot of desperate people in the world. There are a lot of people in pain, in war, in hunger, and some bloody Botox woman thinks it's funny to make a contest out of it. And you stand there, hello, while she parades around in her tight pants. Nah, no plastic to me. Okay? I don't expect a woman to be perfect. I expect her to fart, to burp like me. I expect all of that because that is a woman, a human being like me, subjected to the same issues I might have. I don't like artificial people. I don't like liars. And I certainly do not like people that are willing to degrade others for their entertainment. Disgusting.